Hi Pisces, welcome to my reading. If you're new to the channel, I do timeless readings, which means that whenever you find this video is when you're meant to hear the messages within it. But in case you subscribe, I upload my new videos for Virgo and Pisces on Saturdays. Also, for those of you guys who are interested, the deck that I'm using today is called the Mystic Mondays Tarot. And as always, if you're interested in getting a personal reading, the link is in the description below. Also, just as a final heads up, sometimes the cards like to flip over in the deck. I do see them. However, I usually only take the cards that jump out like these ones have. And usually if they come out in groups that are too big, I'll just put them back. But my goal here is to get you guys roughly 8 or 9 cards. And then we can get started in your reading. All right, Pisces, I do want to take this time to remind you guys that in case you subscribe, in case you subscribe, I upload my videos for Virgo and Pisces on Saturdays. But what I meant to say was actually that if you enjoy the reading or if it resonates, the best way to let me know is by leaving a like or a comment. But I do just want to say that your overall energy here is the Five of Swords, which to me tells me that you guys are doing a lot of damage control right now, because the Five of Swords talks about conflict and sort of disingenuous talking, gossip a lot of times. It's sort of like somebody taking a friendly game way too far and just being unsportsmanlike. Somebody who takes things too seriously. I feel like maybe I'm getting like the scenario where you crack a joke at work and someone is like severely offended by your joke, even though you didn't mean it in like a bad way or anything. And everyone else around you, understood that it was just a joke and there was no ill intent or whatever, but they want to like purposefully get you in trouble, right? So that's like the level of petty that this person is in this Five of Swords energy. So I feel like right now you guys are trying to mitigate that the best you can. And there it is right there. So when I said that, I didn't even look at this Three of Pentacles. But the Three of Pentacles is the card of wanting to work together. So the fact that it's in reverse clearly says that this person doesn't want to work together. And the Devil is meaning that they're toxic. They want to be toxic and they basically want to cause you trouble for the sake of causing you trouble. I do want to take a second to sort of talk about the major arcana, because you do have a lot of them. Half your reading here is major arcana. You have the Lovers, which represents Gemini, the Devil card, which represents Capricorn, the Moon card, which actually represents you guys, Pisces, and then you have the Hierophant card here, which is representative of the sign of Taurus. So I do want to say that if those signs don't resonate for you in your particular situation, that's okay. But if they do, take that to be extra confirmation. But like I was saying here, this person doesn't want to work together. And I feel like this is a person that's separate from your overall life. Like this is somebody who you just like work with, or somebody that you know, maybe a friend. They're almost out to get you. But I am seeing some like issues here maybe in your sort of love realm. I'm seeing that things may be a little bit difficult to get along with your partner, because I'm looking at this Lovers card, and because it's so directly connected to this Three of Pentacles energy, it just may feel like you're butting heads with your partner a lot right now. Perhaps they want to do something different, and it could be even as petty as like I want to get red curtains and you want to get green curtains or whatever, right? But I don't think that's a big deal. The person that I would worry about is this person who's really being Five of Swords energy towards you. And for some of you, I'm getting mother, and also, like, it may very well be your partner, but that will depend on who you are in the situation. Either way, this toxic element here, the Devil card, is getting the sword, right? The sword is very sharp, and there's a reason for it. The sword will cut people and will cut things out of your life. So for a lot of you guys, the Devil may actually be something instead of a person. So I'm getting it for some of you. You may be drinking too much, or maybe you're trying drugs and it's becoming a problem. I'm looking at this staircase here that is in this depiction of the Devil, and it's very interesting to see how the Devil is depicted in every individual tarot deck, because the Devil encompasses so many things, from entrapment to over-sexuality to addictions and vices to just an overall feeling of being sinister. But this one for sure feels like it has to do with your deep psyche. And the Moon card reassures that energy, because the Moon card has to do with your psyche as well. So I feel like right now you guys may be suffering from vices. So even if it's something as small as like a piece of cake, like cut back a little bit, because you don't want to be doing things that are going to hurt you on later on. I can't even get that thought out. You don't want to do things that are going to hurt you later on. And I feel like because that thought was so difficult for me to express, it may be difficult for a lot of you guys to acknowledge that certain things are an issue. So certainly if people are warning you against something, or if people are like, hey, don't drink so much or whatever, I would highly suggest listening to them, because it's not always easy to acknowledge that we are maybe going a little bit off the deep end, and it's a very complicated subject. Some people like overdrink just a little bit. Some people, it's far more extreme, right? So like, listen to your body, listen to yourself, and listen to others, and try to come up with the best solution, right? But I think that for some of you guys, you might be wanting to go, I'm getting the phrase cold turkey, because the Four of Swords talks about resting. Right, like I said before, listen to your body and listen to your soul. So whatever it is that you come to a conclusion, stick to it, get some rest, right? A good night's sleep never hurts anybody. But I'm certainly getting that whatever all of this conflict energy is going to kind of spill over into other areas. So make sure to cut down the weeds while there's only a couple, right? And I don't think that it's going to be a big deal for a lot of you guys, or that it's going to be very difficult, because we have the Hierophant as well as the World. The World is always a good sign to have, because it represents that this cycle is coming to an end and you're entering a new cycle. And I feel like, especially if you guys have something that's really been bothering you, like this toxic element, it's going to go bye-bye, right? With the Sword and with the World card, I'm certainly getting that you are going to enter a period where you are sort of free from whatever entrapment this particular devil is bringing you. The Hierophant in reverse is a little bit more tricky to sort of dissect, because the Hierophant talks about traditions. So these could be patterns. These could be patterns just in your life. They could be patterns that you've sort of inherited from your parents or their parents. These could be institutions as well. So the fact that it's in reverse tells me that you're probably going to have to go against maybe something that you've learned as a small child. Especially here with the moon card, like this perhaps could be some energy that you learned from when you were much younger and you're trying to sort of unlearn those patterns and trying to create new patterns that you can put in those place, right? And certainly if you're trying to get healthier or just do whatever, like that's phenomenal, fantastic news, and I applaud you for it. But just be wary of whatever this devil energy is and take the steps that you need to sort of counteract it. But I don't see that there's going to be any huge detriment in the long run. Just make sure to put in the work, because if you don't put in the work, then you're not going to get any results. But that was your reading first time around, Pisces. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like or a comment, because it really helps out the channel, and I personally really love to know if these readings resonate with you guys. But like I said before, I upload my new videos for Pisces on Saturdays. But in the meantime, you guys are more than welcome to watch any of my other timeless readings that I have up on the channel. And with that being said, I hope to see you guys next time for your next reading.